Hi Robert, thank you so much for joining us here at the Global IP Exchange and sharing your insights on brand protection and trademark. So my first question would be, if you had to sum up your brand protection and trademark strategy in one sentence, what would it be?
When it comes to strategy, the main issue for us is always about efficiency and effectiveness, which we try to apply in the different areas and under the different circumstances. So it's all about that.
How do you see the IP changing in the next 2 to 3 years, and what do you see as the biggest challenge facing the sector?
We do a lot of efforts in that area, but we have to accept that the circumstances we are fighting in are getting more difficult sometimes. There are new techniques, the guys who do the copies, do infringe our rights, they improve also. And already with this perspective, it gets more difficult. Apart from that, there is of course a changing business. As we, for an example, in the automotive industry, we will have new distribution systems, we will have more digitization in the area. So there are a lot of really important issues we have to consider and we have to cover also in the future, which makes it difficult.
How can you align offline and online anti-counterfeit initiatives to optimize your brand protection strategy?
Both areas important for us. So when it comes to online investigation, online tools, we are using them to get a better idea of the scope of a certain problem. We are talking about projects we are following. In this regard, online investigation is very important. However, to create kind of deterrence effect, we need to be on the spot. We need to go for seizures on the spot. We need to go for criminal measures, for civil measures. And in this regard, there is the issue is a combination of the two approaches. And with this, we can get the best results.
What does the digitization mean to your company, and what has been its effect on your brand protection and trademark strategy?
Also very difficult, because you see, for us, the scope of digitization is not fixed yet. I mean, the automotive industry is changing from the production of cars to the offer of mobilization. And in this regard, also we have to consider how can we implement, for example, trademarks in that new project, in that new program, in that new business. And in this regard, we have also to think about to start at the beginning, not only to enforce our rights at the very end, but to find a solution how we can implement those rights from the very beginning once we are thinking about services, about products and things like that. So a very interesting area, but also a difficult one, and we are trying our very best to improve in this sector.
What can brand protection and trademark departments from technology companies do to better promote their technological innovation?
When it comes to the difficult area of anti-counterfeiting measures, we have also to go for the best tools. And also in this regard, there is a development, of course. When we can learn from those service providers with technology, new technology, about improving our tools and about getting new aspects, knowledge about the bigger guys in the business, and also to link it with our measures in fighting them. So in this regard, we can learn a lot. However, we cannot change our systems every time, but we have really to think about once it is a situation that we can implement and change our systems well.
Which single technological trend will have the greatest impact on your brand protection and trademark strategy?
When it comes to our business, as I mentioned already, probably digitization is a huge issue and aspect. We're preparing, as I mentioned already. When it comes to the tools that are supporting us, we have to keep our eyes open and to go for the best methods and new aspects and new technologies in that area, linking the experts together in order to bring us the maximum support and the best solutions.
At the Global IP Exchange, you're speaking on the topic of litigation and enforcement. Can you share some tips with our network?
When going for the litigation, for the enforcement of our rights, it's really essential at the very beginning to create awareness, because you need the support from the different stakeholders within the company and outside the company. You need the decision makers, you need capacity, you need money, and you need the support of authorities outside. Without them, we are lost in this regard. So it's first of all about the awareness. Then, to be effective, you need to bring in also the relevant people within the company. We're not only talking about legal issues, we are talking about the sales people that are affected, we are talking about R&D that is affected as well. So it's also to create a network inside the company and of course outside with the others, with the authorities and with some organizations we're working with. So only with this approach we can, as I mentioned at the beginning, create also efficiency. And this is a very difficult task, and I'm motivated every day to improve in this. And well, I try my very best to continue in this.
Thank you so much, Robert, for sharing your insights on trademark and brand protection here with me at the Global IP Exchange.
Thank you.